Alright, it is always good to have options whenever you want to make a purchase. And right here, right now, are two smartphones, the Infinix Zero X Pro versus Tecno Phantom X. No two things are ever the same in totality. Even twins ejima might have identical look, but at the same time, difference in special ways must always be there. The Infinix Zero X Pro is bossy in design. The edge to edge is sharp, while the Tecno Phantom X is curved, kind of. At the bottom of these two smartphones are mono speakers, USB Type-C charging ports, and a headphone jack. Infinix Zero X Pro has a 6.67-inch flat AMOLED display with Full HD Plus resolution and 120Hz refresh rate, while the Tecno Phantom X has a similar screen size, but the display is curved. It brings that waterfall vibe, waterfall display kind of feeling, and it has 6.7 AMOLED curved screen with Full HD Plus resolution, and the refresh rate is now 90Hz. So the Infinix Zero X Pro brings 120Hz refresh rate, while Tecno Phantom X has 90Hz refresh rate. Overall, the Infinix Zero X Pro with 120Hz refresh rate by default is smoother. However, the display is flat, while the Phantom X with 90Hz refresh rate brings curved edge touchscreen. So it is based on user preference, because if a screen is curved or it is flat, it doesn't add or take away from the quality of display. Also, both displays are protected by Corning Gorilla Glass. When it comes to cameras, these two smartphones have proper camera setup. You have triple rear cameras on these two smartphones. You have on the Infinix Zero X Pro, you have the 108 megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization, and then you also have 8 megapixel ultra wide lens, and then you have the periscope lens that is capable of 5 times optical zoom and 60 times hybrid zoom. On the front, you have 16 megapixel selfie camera, while the Tecno Phantom X brings 50 megapixel main camera, and then you have 8 megapixel ultra wide and 13 megapixel telephoto lens that is capable of 2 times optical zoom. Then you also have the laser autofocus that is close by, that enables lighting in dark areas. Now on the front, you have dual selfie cameras, 48 megapixel primary camera and 8 megapixel for ultra wide. That is for the front selfie camera of the Tecno Phantom X. Now, placing these two smartphones side by side and testing them, the 108 megapixel has a higher resolution. One advantage of this is that when you zoom or crop in pictures, the quality still remains. The 50 megapixel, the quality there is softened when you crop in the pictures. Now, in terms of zooming, the Infinix Zero X Pro is capable of 5 times optical zoom, meaning it brings objects closer than the Tecno Phantom X with 2 times optical zoom. Now, these are differences you easily notice on the smartphone cameras. While in low light cameras, these two smartphones are fantastic. They take excellent imaging quality in low light, and thanks to the optical image stabilization that is available on the Infinix Zero X Pro, while on the Tecno Phantom X, the laser autofocus is the one doing the magic. So when it comes to daytime and night photography, these two primary cameras are up to the task. Performance-wise, both smartphones are powered by the MediaTek Helio G95 chipset, paired with 8GB of RAM. However, the storage differs. The Infinix Zero X Pro I have here has 128GB of storage, while the Phantom X brings 256GB of internal storage. These two smartphones literally have similar performance, but none of them are 5G supported. Hopefully, the successors next year might bring 5G on board. The Tecno Phantom X runs iOS 7.6 software based on Android 11 out of the box, while the Infinix Zero X Pro runs XOS 7.6 skin software based on Android 11 out of the box. I hope Tecno and Infinix will upgrade these two smartphones to Android 12. We need that upgrade. Tecno and Infinix, if you are watching, please listen up. One more thing I love about these two smartphones is the charging speed. You don't have to wait the whole full day for it to have a battery filled up. The Infinix Zero X Pro brings 4500 mAh capacity with 45 watts fast charge, which means you can have 40% in just 15 minutes of charge. While the Tecno Phantom X brings 4700 mAh capacity with 32 watt fast charge, and that gives me 100% in less than 1 hour. You see, once you plug the charger in any of these two smartphones, straight up, it flares and you get battery top up in no time. The battery on these two smartphones can comfortably take you for a whole day. So battery is not an issue in any of these two devices. The price of the Tecno Phantom X is 228,000 naira, while the Infinix Zero X Pro is 187,000 naira. So, having seen the differences and similarities between these two smartphones, let me know in the comment section which of these two smartphones is most exciting to you to get. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the post bell, and also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at MyHD. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around in my next one.